Welcome back to the channel, all you big bass lovers. It's DeMont coming back at you again. Today I'm gonna do another look at another BFS reel. I didn't see a lot of reviews on this reel. And it's by a company that I know pretty well. They make a lot of swim baits and soft plastics and flipping baits. It's called Bearking. And I'm pretty sure this is a Dark Wolf Ultra variant. Just haven't really seen many videos on it. And so I thought I'd get one to take a look at it. So let's see what we got going on in here. And you guys may know I do BFS a little different than some of these other guys on YouTube do BFS. I do BFS like on a light rod, throwing small bass baits. Just downsizing my bass presentations. Okay, so here's what's inside the box. You get a nice neoprene bag with the reel in it. And this is the first Bearking reel I've seen. I guess since everybody else is making money at it, they decided they're gonna try to make some money at it too. Now Bearking, they do make, I'm not sure if the Chinese market, if a lot of them guys are like knocking off the swim baits over here, or if they manufacture all of the big name swim baits that we use here over there, and they're just basically keeping the molds and then just calling them by a different name. Because I have tried a lot of the really expensive swim baits and then tried like the AliExpress counterpart to it that looks basically the same. Now they might have different paint jobs, different things like that, but they pretty much swim the same. Now, every once in a while, you can tell the quality control is not as good. I did order a couple of the AliExpress Karashis to try out. Just want to see, instead of spending $17, if I can get by with spending $3. So that's a tiny little reel. This is different than the Dark Wolf Ultra. Okay, this is tiny. Let's see if you can kind of get an idea how big this reel is. Here's my fingers touching around the reel. Okay, so it is really smooth. My first impressions of it. All right, so you see it has the funnel guide down there, just like a lot of these other reels are doing. We got a little bit of rub marker. I don't know if I did that with my fingers. No, that's like a rub mark. Let's see here. Thumb bar is really good. Yep. Okay, let's see if we can see what it says on the box here. All right, so gear ratio 7:1. Line cap 1. Ball bearings 8+1. Zeus caster. Max drag 4 kilograms. Line cap 1. I don't understand that, but material carbon. Line alarm device equip. Okay. Click equip. Line guide conical. Bearing material stainless steel. Okay, then it has a Bearking AliExpress. The manual is kind of all Chinese, but all right. So let's keep looking at what we got here. Okay, move the neoprene bag. Let's see what kind of guts we're dealing with here. So we are doing with FTB brake system. So yeah, this is pretty much like a Dark Wolf Ultra category. All right, so not half spool. Let's get a weight, then we'll come back to this. Let's close this back up. There we go. Okay, let's bring this over. I want to say 5.8. Oh, wow, hell. Not 5.8, 4.9. I was like an ounce off. Wow. 4.9 ounces. I know it's tiny. And that spool is tiny as well. All right, let's see what this spool weighs. So this reel weighs 4.9 ounces. Okay. Yeah, this is a stainless steel bearing. That's a tiny bearing there. That's a tiny bearing. Wow, that's tiny. Well, that spins really easy. Wow. Okay, let's see what this spool here weighs. Let's see if I can get you off the glare. There we go. All right, what does this spool weigh? Wow, 6.5 ounces. And that's with that little bearing and pin. So you're looking at roughly, I would say, because that bearing's so small, I don't feel like pulling the pin. I would say that's probably a 6 gram spool, or a teeny bit lighter, maybe 5.8. That is light, y'all. This is kind of reminding me a little bit of the Alder bearing style, but it's still a variant of the Dark Wolf Ultra, but it's smaller. I don't really get Dark Wolf Ultra vibe. You know, Dark Wolf Ultra doesn't come with the FTB anymore. So I wonder if this is going to be overbraked or be just right. A lot of times, I never really found them myself personally to be overbraked, just because I wasn't throwing 1 gram trout magnets. I was throwing, here, I'll show you what I was throwing. Give me a second. Just got some in yesterday. I was throwing all right, give me 1 second here. I was throwing little guys like this. Let me move the reel out of the way. There's a little popper. There's another little popper. Here's a little walking bait. And these all came from AliExpress. And then here's another little walking bait. Another little walking bait. I like to order from this company. Their stuff's really nice. They use good quality hooks. You don't have to change much on it. I mean, just look at this little guy. Look at that little popper. I mean, look at this little walking bait. I mean, look at that little guy. Let's see, this is Count Bass, Bragg the Big, Catch, Feel, Bragg the Big, Angler's Lure. I'll leave these down below so you can kind of see where I get them from. But these little poppers right here, I mean, tell me that doesn't look good to you. They have really translucent little baits, and they have really nice colors. Look at that black and pink. And look at that translucent one of blue. Look at that. Here, I'll show what these weigh real quick. Give me a second. Let's see if it says it on here. 3.6, no, what is it? 40 millimeter, 3.6 gram. It says it right here. Can you see that? There it goes, 3.6 grams. And this one here is 2 grams. 43 millimeter, 2 grams. And that's for the little walking bait. So this is the little stuff that I want to throw. Sometimes I upgrade the hooks on, not on the popper. The popper has big enough hooks already. But on this little guy here, I go to a teeny bit bigger hook. I think it comes with, I think those are number 8s or number 10s. And I take them number 6. Just because those hooks are, but to be honest with you, those hooks, Those little itty bitty hooks will get in the bass's lip, and actually this will hook it in bed and that will hook it in bed. Then usually by the time they wiggle around a little bit more, like they got usually about 3 of your trebles in their mouth, and they're not going nowhere. Anyway, back to the main thing at hand here. Let's go over some more features of it. So let's see what it's here. Is that a bear? Yep, there's a little bear roaring right there. Let's see if you can see it better. There you go. See the little bear? All right, so we got carbon fiber handle. Drag start. Well, they cranked all the way down. Okay, so it's cranked all the way down. All right. Nice positive clicks. Very accurate clicks, actually, as well, too. All right, let's see if the spool tension clicks. Yep. Spool tension clicks. And that's better than we've been getting on a lot of these AliExpress reels. I see when I took that reel that's out, a lot of oil started coming out with it. See all this oil coming off with it? Let's hear the drag clicker. Maybe I got too tight. Let's see. I didn't realize I had that tight. Okay, that's better. I was worried about how smooth the drag was to begin with. I always go by my gap in here and how much drag I'm actually putting on. And usually if when I'm first starting up, first messing with a reel, I'll bring it all the way out to the handle. That's zero. That's zero to me. You can see there's hardly nothing. There's no brakes there, no drag there at all. And then I'll go and see where it ends at. Right there is basically, I could keep turning, but I'm worried I might break something. That's really tight. That's like locked down. And you see your gap in there. So now I know, and I see what it feels like locked down. Wow, that's got some pretty good drag to it. I'm worried I'm gonna break these little handles. Wow, that's got a lot of drag. What the hell did it say it had? Didn't it say it had 4 kilograms? Yeah, it says it has 4 kilograms. I mean, 4 kilograms, that's a little over 9 pounds. That felt, that felt heavier than that. Okay, so I'll back it off here, and there's kind of in the middle. Yep, and that right there is probably about a good BFS range right there. If you're fishing with like, I use a lot of 8-pound braid, 10-pound braid with a 6, 8, and 10-pound leader is what I normally put on these. Man, this thing is freaking smooth. Of all the variants I've picked up, this is one of the smoothest ones, and it's super light. Good grief, it is light. I tell you what, Bear King did a really nice job. Look at him, skeletal. These are not too thick. That's another thing you gotta worry about with these these China reels, is your damn reel foot being too thick. And you go put it on your reel seat, you can hardly even screw your reel seat down. I mean, damn, they did a really, really nice job. I mean, wow, really, really nice job. Now let's see about the drag. Let's see about your clickers over here. Really nice, accurate clicks. It's not super hard to turn, but not so easy to turn that you're going to have to be moving it out of adjustment. You got your notch right here that tells you where your brake is. Let's see, does it go up to 5? Yeah, it goes up to 5. And it feels like it has 10 adjustments between each number. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's harder to turn backwards than it's turning forward. 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 adjustments from each number, so you got 30 seconds. Well, I guess technically you got 31 or 32 when you count 0. And then let's just see what kind of movement it does. And I am pretty sure, let's see if it's static or, yes, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so here's your 0 at 0. And then, wow, that's set all the way max. That's a lot of movement. A lot of movement. Wow. So these do not feel to be spring loaded. They are not, you can even look, I should have looked in here. They are not spring loaded. So they're not the same. And I think this is the reason why Dark Wolf stopped doing the FTB and they went to, but this actually, if you think that, I think Dark Wolf should have went to something like this. I know Dark Wolf was having problems with the left-hand reels with the brake magnets throwing up the backwards way. Not with the right-hand reels, with the left-hand reels because of the springs. And they didn't want to take the time. I mean, I understand they stole an idea from Shimano. I understand that, yes. And a lot of companies had the same issue. I mean, all the way back to GH100s and a bunch of other ones had that same problem, is that their static brakes, that the spring-loaded brakes were going the wrong way on left-handed reels. It's never really a problem that I had, but I heard other people out there in the community having that problem. But they could have done something just like this right here, no springs, so you ain't got to worry what in the hell about what's doing on the left hand. Now, I don't know if it's going to be as dynamic as the one with springs, and it probably won't be because it just doesn't have springs. But I tell you what, it's not just changing everything to give you a lesser quality brake. I still believe this is probably a better quality brake than having a standard mag tracks. I mean, there's a reason why this style brake was designed in the first place, to give you a better style brake. Let me know what you guys think in the bottom. Just tell me what you guys think. So let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Let's try a 0 turn, a 0 spin. Let's open this up. If you guys don't know, doing like your standard, well, that sounds sloppy as hell now. Listen to that. It's got a lot of movement. But when you try this test and you hit your thing here on a BFS reel, it is not going to spin that long because it doesn't have enough mass. But okay, there's your 0 brakes. It spins really good for a BFS reel, especially a really light spool like that. All right, now let's go to max brakes. Let's go in the middle. Let's go to 2.5. There's 2.5. Ready? Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's go max brake. Yeah, that's pretty strong damn brake right there. That's a pretty strong brake. Yep, pretty strong. And that's another reason that some people say the Shimano's and even the CastKing like Valiant Eagles and the some of the other reels they say are over braked because that spring pops out and it really shuts your spool off a lot faster. I think this is a very good trade-off, if you ask me. But anyway, yeah, it's my 2 cents. I do like that bear. I'm going to try this out pretty soon. Compact body. Yeah, I've already said that, pal. I mean, any reel I can wrap my whole hand around and touch my fingers. That's crazy. That's a tiny little reel. It is not the lightest reel I've ever had, but it's tiny. I mean, tiny.
All right, guys, I'm going to go and sign off. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. If you watch this phone, might as well go and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon. Let you know I've got some more videos posting. I'm almost done with my home gym. I'm trying to get all my projects done, so I have more time for fishing and more time to actually use and enjoy the stuff that I'm actually doing right now. If you guys ever deal with stall mats, man, that's a bitch. Stall mats are a beast. They will whoop your ass. Sorry about my language, but they will whoop you. Man, I can't get how smooth this is. I'm sorry, guys. I'm wasting a lot of time right now. Like, subscribe, all that good crap. I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, tight lines, guys.